Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is George Janiec, and I am running for mayor in the city of Hammond this November. I'm going to campaign on the assets of my opponent. His youth, his inexperience, and his bad decision-making. Those are tremendous assets. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've had enough, after today's deceitful vote by the Hammond City Council, remember Monday night they voted in unity to support the health department. Today, Cynthia Matusowski, Al Salinas, Kathy Pasalic, Mark Kalwinski, and best of all, Council President Dan Ripe voted to keep the health department away from the Hammond citizens and move it out to county. Dan Ripe claims that county's already got a provision in their budget for $400,000. I don't think so. At the last county council session, the county council has little to no money left. They made no provisions for a budget to accommodate the Hammond Health Department. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've had enough, this is your city. It's time to take it back. The only way we're going to get the job accomplished and set the city on a future, to save the future for ourselves, for our children and grandchildren, is to come out on November 6th and vote. This is your town. It's time for you to show all the elected officials exactly who has all the power. All the power lies in the registered voters' hands from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. on November 6th. Come out and make the right choice, the choice for leadership, the choice that's going to provide you with property tax relief that was promised to you 3 years ago in the form of $13 million or a $500 tax rebate for every homeowner. Did it happen? No, it didn't. But I will make that happen. Crime in the city has increased, so much so that crime statistics show you're more likely to be a victim of crime in the city of Hammond, not in Gary. Nice community that you live in, and take a look at all the attempts that the mayor's made in the last 3 years to do what? Nothing but tell you that everything's okay in the city. And what about such issues as flooding? A year ago, 3 floods ago, hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars have gone by in property loss and memories lost for a lifetime before they realize that there is a problem. Consequently, now that they've recognized it's a problem, it's going to be months before anything can happen, and they're short of money. The city has been taken to the point right now that it is beyond the legal definition of debt by the state constitution. In other words, we've drove the city into bankruptcy. We've taken away from the quality of life of the residents of the city in the form of the health department. But Dan Ripe assures us that he's going to turn around and vote vote for the elimination of the redundant legal aid clinic. Now there's a tremendous savings. You know, the self-insurance fund is broke. You don't hear Dan Ripe or the mayor say, we're not going to use the health and self-insurance fund as a repository for legal expenses that have nothing to do with health claims. Over 30% or $7 million worth of legal bills are being channeled into the health insurance fund. You want to save money? Save money by taking away all the health insurance benefits from all the people that are political stocking stuffers on the various appointed boards. How about taking away all the money that has illegally been garnered over the last 3 years by city employees who are also appointed on the board with benefits? What does that cost to the city, to the residents of the city of Hammond? How about all the TIFs and abated property in the city of Hammond? Cabela's is going to pay property tax on $2 million for the next 30 years, and that includes the other 40 acres that are going to be developed for a water park and the development across the street. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to continue to be bankrupt. The city is continuing to see a decline in its population, and the only thing that's going to save it is November 6th, when you decide to get out to the polls and take your city back by coming out and voting for the right person, the person with a leadership and a plan, voting for George Janiec, voting for Kim Poland, voting for Bob Markovich. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.